Collector World News, Episode 2.
Hey everyone, welcome back to CWN with your host. They call me Dean Knight because that is my name. We've got a lot to get through today, or tonight. It's tonight for me, might be today for you. It's a big old world, lots of collectors in it. Now, we're going to start off with The Ock by Toys Era, 1/6 scale piece based on Dr. Octopus from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 film. My favorite Spider-Man film to date. Homecoming, very, very close second. But yeah, Spider-Man 2 by Sam Raimi is my favorite of the Spider-Man movies that we have so far. Here we have the Ock in 1/6 scale. Looks like he might have posable arms. That would be cool. Didn't see this one coming. I thought Hot Toys would one day maybe bring us this figure. Maybe they will still, who knows. But for now, we got ourselves a third-party figure, and that does look like a third-party head sculpt. You can tell who it's meant to be. And it's way more convincing there with the goggles down over the eyes. That's a good look if you're going to get this piece. You know, goggles down, arms going crazy. Yeah, that'll look good in your display. So these pictures are pretty decent. I wouldn't get this myself. If it was a Hot Toys figure, I'd be very tempted, but only if they reissue the Spider-Man figure itself. Now, with Hot Toys, they may very well do that and link it in with the PS4 Spider-Man game, because that suit was in the game, the Raimi suit. So we'll see what happens, but I'm glad this is happening. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very happy about this. So pretty interesting stuff here with Dr. Octopus from Toys Era. And now we come to a Batman Begins statue. Now this is a 1/10 scale statue from Iron Studios, and you'd think I'd be jumping over the moon really happy about this, but I'm not, for one main reason. His head is turned so far to his right. And for the Batman Begins cowl, he actually could get a fair bit of movement in that cowl. You can see it in the behind the scenes special features on the Blu-ray, especially when he was kind of perched outside Gordon's back kind of door there when he was taking out the trash. He's like, storm's coming. It's just too far turned. His head is turned way too much there, and it would bug me. It's nice that they're making it, and you know I love Batman Begins, my favorite Batsuit ever, favorite superhero movie of all time. But I just don't really like the head turn on this statue. If it was just looking down kind of straightforward, I would be all over it. So it's happening, you know, they're doing that. Here we have most of the figures that I covered in the individual videos. I didn't actually do a clip for the Anakin Skywalker. It's not my cup of tea, man. It's not my thing. I wouldn't know what to say about it, but I am going to show all of those pictures in this video and just touch on those briefly. So here was the event, the Summer Showcase 2020 from Hot Toys. They have really dropped some major bombs on us, man. Here's the what was this called, the anti-Ock suit. I was really hoping they would make this, and you can see there's some close-ups here of the kind of where the leg kind of joins onto the body here and the wrinkles in the suit there. It's kind of hideous and definitely a bit worrying. Now this is such a badass looking figure. I would get this and I'd probably just kind of leave him in basically a museum pose, which I know is a bit boring, especially for Spider-Man. You want to be able to go full dynamic, but for a suit like this, as seamless as it is, I guess all his suits are pretty seamless really, but the next one we're seeing after this ain't so much. But it's just, it's concerning seeing that kind of wrinkle action here in the legs, but I'm glad they're doing this. It's we'll have to wait and see. I definitely wait and see what some of the earlier reviews are like for that anti-Ock suit. And this one here, I'm not keen on this look at all, but I guess some folks out there will be happy about it. Now here is the classic suit Spider-Man. That's the one I'm really quite keen on. And here is that kind of, I forget the name of this one now. It's that more sort of shiny kind of suit in the game. I wouldn't be too keen on this one or this one here. Again, not really for me, but the classic suit, and if they, fingers crossed, make the Sam Raimi suit, I would absolutely be all over that. But this classic suit here, you can see they've gone for that same muscle kind of suit underneath here that they used on the advanced suit that I have in the collection. So I know this is going to be a very good, reliable, strong, decent suit figure. Not too many worries with this particular one, and with it being the classic, the one that a lot of people were really hoping to get, it's just iconic, man. Look at the classic spider symbol on his chest, just the perfect size. The eyes look great, the coloring on the whole suit is perfect. Definitely very excited about that. So watch this space, I'll try and get hold of it. And here we have a little Venom Groot, Venomized Groot they're calling him. That is very cool, very nice. Everyone, there's just a lot of Venom stuff happening at the moment in 1/6 scale. I mean, I'm not sure if that's 1/6 scale, but it's by Hot Toys, that's for sure. But we've got the kind of female Venom, from another company that's coming out. Here's the big display at the Hot Toys event. You can see the kind of holographic Iron Man. You can see Stan Lee. Just a whole bunch of really cool stuff, and in the background behind them as well in the cabinets, just some awesome stuff on display. Now these are, what scale are these? I wish I could see that. Armory miniature. Okay, well they're miniatures, so they maybe, I don't know, 1/10 is it? I'm not sure. But here is the amazing sculpted hair Wonder Woman head. I believe these are the pictures from JC Hong, and these are some pictures from Hot Toys themselves. Look how beautiful and vibrant that is. They've put a shine on her armor now, whereas before, if I'm looking up at mine, it wasn't exactly a matte finish. There was a slight shine, but there definitely seems to be more of a kind of glossy look to the outfit this time around. I mean, they got to do something to keep changing it and make you want to get it. But this just looks fantastic, man. I love this head sculpt. I hope it turns out looking this good when they finally release it. Some people are saying she looks too... Oh, man, I saw someone saying she looks too fat in the face. I mean, you just can't please people. I think it looks perfect. Can't wait to get this. Very, very pleased that they're doing it. And do you know what? It looks like Hot Toys are moving away from rooted hair, doesn't it? Think about the Black Widow that they just released, and there's another Black Widow from a solo movie with the white outfit that we're going to see in a moment, and that has sculpted hair too. So it looks like they're starting to move away from the rooted hair thing, which doesn't bother me. I do like it sometimes, but I've got 3 Harley Quinn heads, well 2 now, but I used to have 3 of them. And the one with the actual rooted hair is my least favorite because it's a nightmare trying to work with that hair and get it to look good. Here is the gold suit, if that's what you're going to call it. I'm not too sure exactly what to call this suit until I see the film, which hopefully won't be too long off. But I am looking forward to seeing the Wonder Woman 84 movie. I definitely prefer the sculpted hair look. And now you can see they've gone with the rooted hair on this one. I suppose you'd have to with this particular look with the helmet on and stuff. But seeing the difference now between that kind of frizzy looking hair and the sculpted hair, I am way more into the sculpted hair look for the Wonder Woman figures. And Wonder Woman getting some love here at the event as well. You got all kind of little cos babies and all kinds of little stuff. Here's that special edition kind of accessory that you get, the lasso in motion. Apparently, like I've said in her video, they've probably found a way to improve the shoulder articulation. I mean, that's what it says in the description. It says now with improved shoulder articulation. I mean, it was always pretty good to begin with, so I'm curious to get my hands on it and see what they're talking about there. I think that's a life-size baby Yoda. I haven't seen The Mandalorian yet. People keep telling me good things. Yep, is that a little cos baby? Is that what you call it? But yeah, definitely going to be getting this Wonder Woman when it's released. Maybe not day one, because it's going to be expensive. I remember what the BVS Wonder Woman, the first one that they did, how much that cost day one, and it was crazy. Here is Black Widow with, again, sculpted hair, and it really, really works. Now, again, it's going to restrict posability with the head. You're not going to be able to turn that head much. I don't care, you know. The arms can move, the legs can move, the waist can move, the feet can move, the hands can move. You can find a way to make that look. You don't really need to look too hard. It's going to look amazing, whether it's just standing up like that or something more dynamic. But I am liking the sculpted hair that they're going with these days, and be curious to see whether they completely do away with rooted hair. Because remember, they were going to do rooted hair with Ripley from Alien, Hot Toys were. And then kind of at the last minute, well, not the last minute, because it did take a long time to come out if I remember correctly, but they did ditch the idea for the rooted hair and went with sculpted, and I think it worked out for the best. Here's Taskmaster, which I know nothing about. I'm assuming he's from the Black Widow movie, so we'll have to find out more about him in the future. Here is Cable by Hot Toys. I assume that's JC Hong holding up this incredibly detailed head sculpt and body. Just exceptional work. I mean, the head sculpt looks so real. And again, someone has to complain. I saw someone saying his head looks too thin. Right, well, you do it. You do a better job then. I think it looks amazing. Oh man, people just want attention, bless them. Right, there we go. He looks amazing. Like every angle. It's cool, very cool. Is Deadpool from Deadpool 2 posed together. They're going to look pretty awesome. A scorched Teddy, his time travel device. But yeah, I got no complaints with that head sculpt, man. I don't think it looks too thin. I think it looks 100% accurate. And here we go to Mr. Anakin Skywalker and the Stap. Is that what you call it? His little vehicle here. Now, I haven't seen the Clone Wars. I thought the Clone Wars was animated. I have no idea. So you've got The Phantom Menace. What was the one? Oh, bugger. Nah, see, the prequels, I've seen them all. I went to the cinema to watch all of them, but I care so little about them, I don't even know what they're called. You got The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones. Okay, so this is not Attack of the Clones, this is the Clone Wars, which I think is an animated show or something, or an animated film. I've never seen it, but he certainly doesn't look like an animated Anakin Skywalker. So, I don't know quite what's going on with this piece. Don't worry about telling me in the comments, I really don't care. You'll just be wasting your time, unless you want to tell other people. But yeah, it looks, is that the same head sculpt as before, just with a new outfit and the bonus accessory? You got the poncho, whoop-de-doo, little holographic messages. Looks like Obi-Wan, Yoda, and someone else who I just missed. But yeah, I mean, they've already done 2 versions of Anakin Skywalker, so now you got a 3rd one to choose from. I don't really like the look of the outfit on this, so yeah, definitely not for me, but just including it in here to let you know that it's out there and that it's incoming. And then we also have Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor. I don't know if this doesn't look like an outfit I recognize, so I'm assuming this is a Clone Wars thing too. So again, pretty cool for the Star Wars fans, and you can see a lot of cool Star Wars stuff in the background there for sure. Then we have Luke Skywalker, and now I recognize that's like your snow speeder. It says snow speeder. So yeah, I ain't gonna get myself into trouble trying to tell you exactly what scene this is from. I mean, I recognize that as what he was wearing when he was at the end of the movie in A New Hope and he destroyed the Death Star, but also from the outfits they were wearing on the Battle of Hoth, the beginning of Empire. So yeah, I'm not an expert when it comes to Star Wars, folks, but I know that was Luke Skywalker and it looks damn good. I like the weathering on it. Life-size Baby Yoda possibly back there, and another Boba Fett. I don't know, I get confused, there's so many Boba Fetts. Now here is that zombie Iron Man figure, which looks absolutely incredible, man. This looks insane. The price as well, speaking of insane, I think it's $410 on Sideshow, and that's just like the retail price. So imagine like a year from now, or a year from its release, trying to get one of these on eBay or something, man. It's going to be crazy. So if you want it, I wouldn't mess about. I'd pre-order this and do the payment plans and all that stuff. Just try and secure yourself this piece, because I don't see any reason why they'd ever go back and do this again. I thought that about the Nightmare Batman from BVS, but now that Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming out and we know that Nightmare Batman will be in that movie, I'm pretty sure Hot Toys will do another Nightmare Batman now. Maybe just completely reissue the one they've already done, because it's really expensive in the secondary market now. But it does look like you're going to get a second chance to get that Nightmare Batman. But this one here, I don't see it happening. So I'd get it while you can. Here is the Mech Test Tony Stark. I'm going to call it a 2.0 because it's the second time they've done this. Definitely an improvement with the head sculpt. And everything just looks a lot more neat and tidy, and I mean, it was a great figure in the first place, to be honest with you. I remember when Nick had his, and it was a cool looking piece, but you know, I mean, obviously with time they make these little improvements. I'm sure the detail on those boots and all the kind of Iron Man suit parts, as few as there are on him at the moment, I'm sure they are improved now. Cool, those Predator things in the background and alien stuff, very cool. That is an awesome Tim Burton Batman thing, whatever that was. That looked like a little ride that you could get on when you were a kid. There's Thor. Are these the Cos babies again? Here is the 1/6 scale Stan Lee from Thor Ragnarok, where he cuts Thor's hair. That's an awesome piece, man. And just lots of little goodies and little bits and pieces here. Pretty sweet. Yeah, tiny little Thanos. He should be bigger than the rest of them. What else we got? We've got some other pictures here from the actual figures on display at the event. There's Cable and Taskmaster. Taskmaster is your English, which I am. Task, choose. Yeah, there's Mr. Stark hovering, testing out his boots. Oh, look at the Penguin. And the Dark Knight Batman as well down the bottom. And Harley and Joker from Suicide Squad. Oh, they got Heath Ledger as well. There's some pretty cool, stuff. And they move as well. So they kind of rock backwards and forwards. I like the Black Panther one. I like them all, really. They're quite cute. I wouldn't be collecting them myself, but it's nice that you got these out there. People got the space and got the money. You know, they always want to collect something. It's that thing in it with collectors. It's nice. Part of it for me is the looking forward. You know, something to look forward to. even if it's like a month or two away until it gets released, but you've pre-ordered it or you've paid it off, but you're just waiting a while before it actually comes to you. It's just nice to have something to look forward to. So that's a big part of the collecting thing for me. There's another picture of those awesome little mini-scaled Spider-Man suits on display there. That is very cool. Some of these look bigger than others. Yeah, you got some kind of medium-sized ones. Black Widow looks decent. Alright, now we're moving on to the NECA stuff. Look how good Doc Brown here looks by NECA. This is obviously from the first movie where Marty turns up in 1950. Oh, what was it? 55? 1955, I think so. But yeah, we got Tales from Space version where he was wearing his kind of radioactive suit thing. Really, really cool, man. NECA they do everything eventually. I mean, they did the Golden Girls. I always say that, but it's true. They did the Golden Girls. Well, they made the Golden Girls. That could come across wrong. But yeah, this one is my particular favorite with the skateboard and the guitar, the camcorder, the classic look. Very, very, very cool, man. I'm going to try and grab a few of these. You've got an ultimate Ghostface from the Scream movies. I think they're giving you all the masks you'd need to, depending on which version you're trying to make it. Part 1, Part 2. I haven't seen Part 4. And I've lost track a bit with Scream, to be honest. I remember watching them back when they first came out when I was a lot younger. I love the first one. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I'll have to revisit those. Nice that they're doing Ghostface, though. There's some random Gremlin stuff happening. You got the unofficial Summer Games version. Fair enough, I guess. I mean, it's kind of cute. He's got his little Olympic torch. Here's Shredder, The Secret of the Ooze. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember seeing this in the cinema. And then you've got the original Turtles movie, Foot Soldiers. You get a double pack with these. This is all incoming from NECA. NECA just never let you sleep, man. They're just always doing something. They've always got something up their sleeve. Secrets of the Ooze. Look at that. Oh, I love the packaging, man. They always do such a good job. Now, not so much with this one. This was a little after my time. I got into other stuff, but this was the musical Mutagen tour. Yeah, and they're also doing a Predator 2 Ultimate. Oh, I can't even make it. It's so small. A Lost Predator. I can't see which one it is. Now, here is another Ultimate Predator they got coming out. This is the Predator 2 City Hunter, and this looks really, really good, man. Love the kind of fluorescent green blood effects on him. There's a really cool picture coming up now where he's hanging on the side of the building. They've done that really, really well. That is fantastic. I wonder if they'll do Danny Glover. They should do, man. And even Gary Busey's character as well. That's a fantastic picture. These are really good pictures. Considering this is just a 7-inch Ultimate figure from NECA, they make it look so good. The lighting's really good. I love the packaging. Now, this is the exclusive version of the City Hunter Demon, where he's kind of becoming invisible, or maybe stepped in the puddle and it's interfering with his cloak and he's getting all the electricity kind of going over him. This obviously reminds me of the King Willie scene, and the diorama that he's standing in reminds me a lot of Glenn Page, his kind of work with Cult Creations and dioramas he makes. I just included all of these pictures because I love them. I think this is fantastic. I love this. I love Predator 2. These days, you got half the side of the fence saying, it's underappreciated, underrated movie, and it's really good, and the other half saying, it's not very good. I love Predator 2, man. I saw it. Oh god, what year did it come out? I forget. I don't know. I guess I was about maybe 9 or 10 or maybe 11. I forget, but I loved it when I saw it the first time on VHS. I love the amount of Predator that's in this. You really get your bang for your buck. There's a lot of great stuff. All Stan Winston and his team. Kevin Peter Hall back in the suit. I love Predator 2, man. It's got some very, very, very cool moments. And a change of scene, going from the jungle in 87 to Los Angeles was a really cool change up. So, yeah. Big praise from me when it comes to Predator 2. So we've got a couple more pictures here, and then we're going to be moving on to a huge Arthur Fleck statue, which looks absolutely incredible. So last couple of pictures here of the Pred, but I love this. I'll try and pick this up, man. This definitely looks very, very cool. Comes with a little skull. And here is Arthur Fleck. Now this is JND Studios, and it's a 1/3 scale hyper-real movie statue. Real hair, very, very, well, yeah, it's called hyper-real, and it is. It's kind of creepy. So 1/3 scale. I mean, you know, it's not even half scale, so he's about he's the same size as my Arkham Knight Catwoman by Prime 1. So he's not actually that big. He is pretty big though, definitely. You're going to need some space to display him. But the details, it's the head sculpt is one thing, but the clothing and the wrinkles, I mean, this is the one they're showing us in all these kind of prototype, you know, pre-order this kind of images, so it's going to be perfect. I wonder how they'll get those wrinkle effects in the clothing for all the mass-produced ones, or how many will they make, I'm not sure. But it comes with his card, which describes his condition. You've got the gun, you've got some bullets, very cool little paper bag that the gun goes into, and then his bigger sort of carry bag that he carries around with him. His cardigan looks incredible, the shirt looks amazing, everything looks cool on this, man. Now, I wouldn't really want a big 1/3 scale Arthur Fleck. I would definitely want a big 1/3 scale Joker, but this particular version of him, you know, I've never really even considered getting a 1/6 scale version of Arthur Fleck, to be honest. And I loved him all the way through the movie. I found I was never watching the movie thinking, oh, hurry up and just become the Joker. No, I really was into all of this stuff, you know, the beginning of the movie, like, not a dull moment for me. I love it. I think it's an instant classic masterpiece, definitely. And nice classy base as well that he's standing on. Very simple. It's not going to take up too much space. It gets the job done. I love that. That is a very classy, high-end looking base. Didn't go over the top. I mean, some of the stuff Hot Toys do with their quarter scale figures, when it comes to the base, it's very tacky looking, and it would really just adds to the overall impressiveness of a piece when you just kind of go with that kind of classy, get it done, get the job done with something understated and simple, but, you know, effective. And that's what they've done here. And the side profile looks great. I mean, definitely looks 100% like him. You can see where the hair plugs into the scalp, which is a bit weird, because that definitely looks like someone with hair plugs. So that's hopefully they'll improve that. We're going to wrap up here with some Kong Skull Island. I don't know even why I included these in the video, to be honest, but here they are. It's what's this now? It's a 32 centimeter soft vinyl statue. I guess you can buy them both together, or maybe you can buy them individually as well and decide whether or not you want to pair them up. But yeah, a 32 centimeter soft vinyl statue. Well, you know, they look good in the pictures. The film I've seen maybe twice. I'll probably have to watch it again. Bit of a weird one, this film. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. Some of the casting, there's just, I don't know, too many big known people in this movie. Who was in it now? Obviously Samuel L. Jackson was great, he's always great. But Brie Larson, yeah, take it or leave it with that one. And who else? God, who else? For some reason I'm getting confused with the Peter Jackson King Kong film, and I keep picturing Jack Black in this movie for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm kind of looking forward to Godzilla versus King Kong, the movie. So anyway, this is happening. You can buy these if you want. I wouldn't get them myself, but they look pretty nicely detailed. Drop a like on the video, folks. This is the end of Collector World News episode 2.